And witchcraft.
Would you play something for me? Please? Hey, enough in there already. Sarah, Mrs. Hunter wants to see you in her room. If you're through practicing, we'd all appreciate it.
I asked her to play.
Yeah, well, when you have to listen to it day and night, the charm will wear off.
Thank you very much.
Sarah, don't worry about him. Come on in. Out, stay out. That's right. I was better than to fool around with you or me. Well, would you like a sherry?
No, thank you.
No? Well, I'll have one. Sit down. Sit down. I thought, you know, we ought to get better acquainted. You know, you have turned out to be such a pretty young lady.
Thank you.
But wasn't your mother a member of Alpha Nu Sigma?
My adoptive mother was. She still is quite active in the A&S alumni.
Really? Haven't you ever wondered what happened to your real mother?
I don't know. Nobody really knows what happened to her. She seems to have, vanished.
And Mr. Goodwin?
He died.
Oh, too bad.
The Goodwins adopted me when I was very little, so Mrs. Goodwin was the only real mother I ever had.
Aren't you curious about your mother?
Yes.
You know, Sarah, she could have married, changed her name. The stigma of an illegitimate child is quite different now than it was then. She could be living someplace else.
She could be. I'd give anything to know.
Or maybe she isn't living someplace else.
Well, then I'd like to know that, too.
I'm sorry, dear. I've upset you. Tell me something. What have the girls told you about Phi Epsilon Delta so far, hmm?
Only that there's some mysterious feud going on between A&S and PED.
Oh, that old thing. You know, that feud was going on when I was an undergraduate at this college. As a matter of fact, I was president of Phi Epsilon Delta in my senior year.
Really?
Yes. Oh, and we were the sorority then. Everyone wanted to pledge, the beauties and the brains. I think that was the year that I was voted sweetheart of your father's fraternity.
You knew my father?
Oh, yes. This is how I looked then.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Oh, everyone knew your father, anyone who was anyone. Patrick Goodwin, well, he was a big man on campus. Have you ever seen the garden? From up here?
No. The hedges look like a maze.
It is. We used to have the final part of our initiation down there. You know, I think we should start doing it again this year. I think they were important. I think Phi Epsilon Delta should take its rightful place in this college again. And I think the ritual will have new meaning with you.
I don't understand.
Well, Sarah, forgive me, but I know certain things about you. You are one of the very special people. Dear, you are gifted, lucky. With you, the ritual would have new meaning. Yes. I could show you how to use your powers.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have to go.
Oh, it's all right. We'll talk again. We have plenty of time.
So you believe that a person can be both good and evil?
Well, that's kind of oversimplifying it, but yeah, I believe a normal person can have elements of conflicting character traits. Sure. Yes?
Do you believe that a person can seem to be one way and also be different and still be considered normal?
Well, yeah, sure, I think a healthy person can have these conflicts to work out on their day-to-day existence, sure. Were you thinking of something specific?
No, I was just curious.
Well, I'm going to give you all your first assignment now. I would like everyone to write a paper on the duality of personality. That is, how these conflicting elements can be embodied in the same person. Now you can all start writing now, because I want it in by Thursday.
Sorry I'm late. I had to tell him I had a headache to get away from him.
It's okay. So is it what you hoped, A&S?
Yeah, it's fantastic. How about you?
I'm making a few friends. Yeah.
Okay. Want to go get a cup of coffee?
Sure.